For setting up a separate building for Haryana Vidhan Sabha in Chandigarh. At present, the Punjab and Haryana governments share the Vidhan Sabha complex, which is next to Punjab and Haryana Civil Secretariat in Union Territory of Chandigarh. Now, the Haryana government had been making this demand for the last 1 year, and Khattar on Saturday took to Twitter to thank the Union Minister for his announcement. Now, Shah's announcement drew reaction from neighbouring Punjab and the Chief Minister of Punjab, in fact, appealing to the centre to allot land to Punjab in Chandigarh for setting up its own Vidhan Sabha building. And Amandeep, my colleague, is also joining us on the broadcast with more details. Amandeep, take us through this entire, tweet that has also been sent out. What's really going to be next for the Vidhan Sabha building?
Well, Priyanka, this was a long-pending demand of Haryana to be a separate Vidhan Sabha as well as separate Haryana High Court also. And in fact, now the demand of Manohar Khattar, Chief Minister of Haryana, has been considered by Union Home Minister. And in fact, they will be getting land in Chandigarh for a separate Vidhan Sabha. And the reason behind this demand is just because now Haryana Vidhan Sabha is having 90 MLAs. And presently, where the Vidhan Sabha session is being conducted, that area and that building and that sitting arrangement is having only the capacity of 90 MLAs. Now, in the upcoming days, Haryana Vidhan Sabha is going to delimitize their own assemblies, and in fact, these MLAs will be increased, and that is the reason they are demanding for a separate Vidhan Sabha. Presently, Haryana and Punjab Vidhan Sabha, they both are in one premises, on one building. They both have their separate Vidhan Sabha assemblies. But now, this long-pending demand of Haryana is going to be considered by Union Home Minister that they will get land in Chandigarh itself for a separate Vidhan Sabha. But Priyanka, the point is that politics erupt into this issue. Since Home Minister announced and accepted the demand of Manohar Khattar to construct a separate Vidhan Sabha, Punjab, all parties are objecting to it. Congress is saying that Chandigarh all belongs to Punjab, and if Haryana is required land, they should put the land in the premises of Haryana, in the jurisdiction, in fact, in the Haryana. And even Bhagwant Mann, Chief Minister of Punjab, he tweeted to this decision and he demanded the separate land in Haryana itself. If the Union Home Minister is giving land to Haryana in Chandigarh, they are also considering Chandigarh as a part of Punjab. But Chandigarh is a union territory, and politics is all happening. Now the Haryana versus Punjab is happening since Haryana has got the nod from Union Home Minister to get a separate Vidhan Sabha in Chandigarh itself. But the developing story is that Haryana will get a land in Chandigarh, and in fact that land be allotted to the Haryana government to construct the separate Vidhan Sabha assembly, and even that will be in Chandigarh itself.
Well, that being said, Amandeep, as you very rightly pointed out, that there's a lot of politics on this issue as well. And let's also talk about Bhagwant Mann, who has already made several statements about Chandigarh as well. And they had also passed a resolution. They had been seeking to pass a resolution in the Punjab, in the assembly as well. So what's happening on that front, and also the kind of reactions that the opposition has also given to this move?
Well, all the political parties from Punjab, they are claiming Chandigarh as a part of Punjab, and in fact that is the reason they are going to bring a resolution in assembly also. And in fact, Punjab Chief Minister himself openly saying that Chandigarh is a part of Punjab, and Union Home Minister should not allot land to Haryana in the part of Punjab. And in fact, comparatively, he is demanding the land in Haryana jurisdiction. This politics is very complicated at this point, Priyanka, just because all the political parties, either government or opposition, they are claiming that Chandigarh is a part of Punjab, and in fact, there is a full-fledged right of Punjab on Chandigarh. But it has been divided into two parts. Since 1956, Haryana has been separated from Punjab. This Chandigarh has been divided the right between Punjab and Haryana, and in fact now they have started claiming Chandigarh their own, and that is the reason these political statements are coming up from the side of the government as well as the opposition. And even Congress party in Punjab, they are also claiming that they don't allow Haryana to construct a separate Vidhan Sabha in Chandigarh just because Chandigarh is basically belongs to Punjab, and Haryana should create their own Vidhan Sabha assembly in the jurisdiction of Haryana. The politics is all happening. But the fact of the matter is, Priyanka, that Union Home Minister has already announced it. The demand of Manohar Lal Khattar was accepted, and now they will soon construct a separate Vidhan Sabha assembly in Chandigarh.
That's right, Amandeep there getting us all the details and the perspective, in fact, on what's really happening with the politics of this Vidhan Sabha building, and now the kind of opposition reactions that we have also picked up. Amandeep, thank you for joining us on the broadcast with those details.